Hey students, so till now we have discussed about what are the measures of central tendencies, mean, median and mode. Today we are going to discuss about the representation of the data through graphically. So in the earlier classes we have learned pictograph, bar graph. Now today we are going to discuss about, we just will recollect what exactly the pictograph and bar graph. Then later we will see that double bar graph. So the comparison to understand by the reader, whatever the information we represent, it is easy to understand. It will be easy for the reader to understand if you represent through graphically. It may be the like pictograph with the pictures and bar graphs. Uniform width must be there between the rectangular bars, which we have already discussed. The same thing, double bar graph. Let us see what exactly. Let us recall what is pictograph, what is bar graph. Then we will enter into the double bar graph. Representation of data. There are many ways to represent numerical data pictorially, such as pictographs, bar graphs, etc. These graphs help in the suitable representation of the data. Pictograph. A pictograph is a way of representing data using pictures or symbols to match the frequencies of different information or events. Let us go through one example about pictograph. In a class of 25 children, absentees in the particular week were shown by pictograph as shown here. Days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. A number of absentees: Monday, you are seeing that 3 pictures, and Tuesday 4, Wednesday nil, Thursday we have like this information is given, and below that you see scale. One picture shows that one student, one picture shows that one student. Let us see, by seeing the pictograph we can understand how many children were absent on Wednesday. So Wednesday, how many students were absent? You can see clearly in this. Wednesday nil, no student. Everybody was present to the class. We'll count how many were. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, it's not 11. 10 were absent and 15 were present. 10 were absent, 15 were present. So on which day were there only 3 absentees? On which day there were only 3 absentees? That is Monday. Monday only 3 absentees. Monday is only 3 absentees. Yeah, you can see the pictograph. It is on Saturday. It is on Saturday. Let us see one more example, that is example 2. In a park, Gaurav collected information about the colors of cars on a particular day. The information is given below. Color of cars, number of cars, red, black, white, green, others. Red 45, black 105, white 75, green 60 and others 30 were there. So now this information, draw a pictograph for the above data. Scale. One car represents 15 cars. One car represents 15 cars. Yeah, here you can see that how to represent pictograph for the given information. Color of cars, red, black, white, green and others. Number of cars is mentioned. One picture represents 15 cars. One picture represents 15 cars. So red there were 45, so 3 cars. And black there were 105, so therefore 7 cars. white there were 25, so 5 cars. Green there were 60 cars, so 4. Others there were 30, so 2 cars, because each picture represents 15 cars. Each picture represents 15 cars. Let us see bar graph. A bar graph is a chart with rectangular bars of equal width and length proportional to the values that they represent. The bars can be horizontal or vertical with equal spacing between them. It is also called a column graph. It is also called a column graph. Construction of bar graph. To draw a bar graph, we draw two mutually perpendicular lines on a plain paper. The horizontal line is called x-axis and the vertical line is called y-axis. If the columns are drawn on the horizontal line x-axis, the scale of the height of the bars as shown along the y-axis and vice versa. For drawing a bar graph, the following points should be kept in mind. Here are the points which we need to keep in our mind while constructing a bar graph. The width of the column bar should uniform throughout. The gap between the bars should be the uniform throughout. Bars may be horizontal or vertical. Choose a suitable scale for determining the height of the bars. The vertical bars are preferred because they give better look to construct a bar graph. A suitable scale has to be decided on either axis so that the lengths or heights of bars can be represented in the graph. So these are the points which we need to keep in our mind while constructing bar graph. Here we can see one example of bar graph. Given below is a bar graph representing the marks obtained by Hitesh in all students in Hitesh all subjects in class 6th. Bar graph representing marks obtained by Hitesh in various subjects in class 6th. See here on the horizontal line which is called subject mentioned, that is x-axis, and the vertical line where the marks are awarded, that is y-axis. Scale. One small division is equals to 1 mark, that is nothing but 1 centimeter is equals to 10 units. You can say, because on the graph sheet we will have 1 10 centimeter gap from one line to the other. You can say, in other words, 1 centimeter is equals to 10 marks. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 we have chosen, and one on x-axis subjects English, mathematics, Hindi, science and social. You can see, by seeing this graph you can observe in which subject he scored. It is easy for the reader to understand the data in which subject he got more marks. Yes, that is mathematics he got more. The second highest in which subject he got? Yes, that is science. Least marks in which subject he scored? Yes, that is nothing but social studies. I hope you understood. See the gap between the rectangular bars. Equal space between the rectangular bars. Between the rectangular bars, and uniform width must be there. Here we can see one more example. Days of week and number of TV sets. A company or maybe manufacturing, okay, Monday, Tuesday like this, and TVs, number of TV sets. Number of TV sets in a factory in a 7 days. Production, it's a daily production of in a factory or a company which is producing number of TVs in a week, in every day. See the information which we represented. 1 centimeter is equals to 100 TV. So on bar graph, 1 centimeter is equals to 100 TVs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See here. That means 100, 200, 300. You can say 400, 500. So here 1 centimeter is equals to 100. 1 centimeter is equals to 100 TVs. So first one is 100. Second one 400. That is Monday 300. Tuesday 400. Wednesday 350. Thursday 500. Friday 100. Saturday 200. Sunday 450 TVs. The manufactured days of a week on x-axis, number of TVs produced on y-axis. Here instead of writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even you can write 100, 200, 300, 400. As they mentioned, 1 centimeter is equals to 100 TVs. So we can easily guess 1 is nothing but here 100 TVs, 2 is nothing but 200, 3 is nothing but 300. Let us see a double bar graph, which is the better way to comparison of same person or different factories. For comparison purpose, we use a double bar graph. So a mathematics teacher wants to see whether the new technique of teaching she applied after quarterly test was effective or not. She takes the score of the 5 weaker children in the quarterly test out of 25 and in the half yearly test out of 25. So students Ashish, Arun, Kavish, Maya and Rita. Quarterly marks 10, 15, 12, 29. Half yearly 15, 18, 16, 21 and 15. Here you can see, while representing the double bar graph, there must be uniform width between the bars. Scale has chosen on y-axis marks 1 centimeter, 1 unit is equals to 5 marks. On x-axis we have chosen the names, that is students names, Ashish and Arun, Kavish, Maya, Rita. Half yearly marks were shaded, quarterly marks not shaded. See how to represent this double bar graph. Let us see one more example about double bar graph. Sale of English and mathematics books in 4 years shown below. From years 95 to 98, English and mathematics books. Draw a double bar graph for the above information. So for this you have to draw information, double bar graph information. So if you see that each one 350 and 400, 450, it is in hundreds. So you must be careful while selecting this scale. Choose the scale appropriate, which is suitable to the given information. So on x-axis we take books or years. On x-axis, this is x-axis. This is x-axis, and the vertical line is y-axis, vertical line is y-axis. So y-axis. Now here you can see that where we are representing the information. First, this is 0. So if I choose the scale 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, it is difficult. So 1 unit is equals to, we take as 100. Means each small division will represent 10. Each small division in the graph will represent 10 books. 10 books. So 1 centimeter is equals to 1 centimeter scale. 1 centimeter is equals to 100 books. We are taking 100 books. That means 100 units. Okay. So now, here English, whatever the books we are taking, here 1995, and here we take 1 centimeter. This is 1 centimeter, 100, the next 200, next 300. See the graph. 400, 500, 600. This is 600. So then still we have 700. You see, first English, equal gap must be there between the bars. Equal gap between the bars. Equal gap between the bars. So first I am representing year 1995. This is 1995. So how many books? 350. So from here 350, where you get exactly in between 300 and 400. So 350. You see, in 1 centimeter box only I am just dividing that into half and representing. This is English books. This is 350. Now in the same year 500 maths books. So 500 maths books in the same year. See here, go up. Use the scale. You have to use the scale while representing the rectangular bars. So I just will shade it whichever the second year, that is 1995. One is 500. This is 500. So mathematics and like what you can say, English, maths. So mathematics I am shading in the year 1995. Similarly in the year 1996, this is 1996. I am leaving the gap between the bars. There must be same gap. So 1996 there were 400 books of English. So you have to go up to 400. This is for English, 400 in the year 1996, and 520. Above 500 you see, this is 500. So above this, use the scale. 520. Two small lines in your graph book will give you 520. So this is 520. Shade this part. Next, 1997. So here 1997, I am taking 450 and 600. So 450 is in between 400 and 500. So 450. Then again this 600. So just 600 means that is mathematics books. Okay. So 600. Where you get 600? From there again you come down. So this is 600. This is 450. So E means English. This is maths. English, maths. English, maths. I am shading here. And then one more ear is required. X-axis. Again, the last but not least, 620. 620 is after 600. There are small two lines in your graph book. This is 620. That is English. And now maths is 650. Exactly between 600 and middle of 700. 600 and 700. So this is year 1998. So which I shaded. This is English and this is maths. 650. So whichever is not shaded, this is English. Whichever is shaded, mathematics. I hope it is clear to you how to represent the double bar graph. Now, in exercise, you have some of the questions which you need to answer from the, sometimes they give the graph and you need to answer the questions. and sometimes you need to draw the bar graph for the given information. So choosing the scale is very important. Choosing the scale is very important. I hope it is clear to you. Students, do you understand how to represent the double bar graph? Yes. How to represent the bar graph? Yes. So you can now in exercise you have questions 6. So 6 questions from exercise. Let us see. Let us see exercise 3.3. Use the graph figure 3.3. Answer the following questions. So here is the figure 3.3. Pets owned by students of class 7. So dogs, cats, rabbits and hamsters, others. Students is chosen on y-axis 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Question 1. Which is the most popular pet in the, by seeing the diagram? Yes, you are right. The most popular pet is cats. Second question. How many students have dog as a pet? How many students have dog as a pet? 8 students. How many students? 8 students. I hope you understood how to write. So the question you can finish in the textbook itself. Similarly, question number 2. Read the bar graph figure in 3.4 which shows the number of books sold by a bookstore during 5 consecutive years and answer the following questions. See, this is the graph. 1 centimeter is equals to 100 books. They have chosen scale. Number of books represented on y-axis, years on x-axis. See the gap between the bars. 1989, 1990, 1991, 1992, 1993. So here you have to answer the question about how many books were sold in 1989, 1990, 92 and so 1989. See clearly 1989 how many books they sold. You have to see, observe and write the answers. Second question. In which year were about 475 books sold, about 225 books sold? So in which year they sold 425 and 225? So 225 books in which year they sold? By seeing the graph you have to answer. Third question you have, in which year were fewer than 250 books sold? So fewer than 200 books means by seeing the graph. So by seeing the graph you have to answer in which year they sold less than 250 books. Yes, students, I hope you understood how to draw the bar graph and how to get answers, how to read and understand the given bar graph, how to answer the questions from the bar graph. So here we have some homework questions from exercise 3.3. Question number 3, 4 and 5. Choose the scale, the exact scale which is suitable according to the question and do it. If the double bar graph is there, 2 different colors can be used so that it gives nice look. I hope you understood. Let us meet again. Thank you.